Never try to be better than someone else. Always learn from others. And never cease trying to be the best you could be. That's under your control.
Anybody can be a coach, and a good coach can coach anything.
This kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew.
The mindset of a coach can belong to anyone.
And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Pain is temporary.
They ask me why I teach, and I reply, where could I find such splendid company?
Hey guys, and welcome to the 14th episode of the Coaching Mindset Podcast. I'm Liam O'Neill.
And I'm Gary Wallace, and this is our first new feature we have.
New feature.
We've just been getting very fortunate, we've been getting a lot of guests coming on, so we decided just to do a wee recap of what we've been doing this coming week. So, Liam, would you like to start?
Yeah, we thought we'd do this because we do some interesting things, and because we're interviewing people, we don't want to take over what they're talking about, so we thought that we would talk about what we did. And as some of you know, I do comparing work as well as magician, things like that. So this weekend I had the pleasure of comparing for a pole dancing showcase.
Nice.
Which, to be fair, is one of the better jobs that I can offer. But why I think that's relevant to our podcast is just to see, like, we put on the show. It was amazing. Like the girls and the guys that were on stage were incredible. Like, some of the stuff they can do is just ridiculous. Like, one of the girls was 14 and she just was unreal. But
like, she just like so much strength and everything for such a young age, and
did a back bend across the stage in the splits. It was basically what I was going to do.
She stole your limelight.
Yeah, so shout out to Leanna for doing that. That was incredible. And in most performances, the audience, like, I keep telling them every time I went out, I would be saying, like, cheer. You're allowed to cheer and whoop. Like, it's not like a play, but everybody was silent for her routine.
An amazement.
It was incredible. And I had told everyone that they have to be away from backstage so they're not on the road. But for her routine, everybody was out and nobody made a sound. Everyone just was like in complete awe. But I think it's incredible that these aren't professional people. Like, they have real jobs and they get to train once or twice a week. They put a lot of work in as they got closer to the show. But to be able to get up, like, some of them had, like, music didn't work properly, so they had to, like, go off stage and wait till the music was set up. So it wasn't as if they just went on, and I do this every day of the week. Like, that's something that I do a lot, is be on stage in front of people, but these people don't. And to get on and just do what they did, I thought was incredible. So shout out to these Barbells for just being awesome, and their special guests as well. But it just, in general, just seeing that sort of commitment and that sort of just experience, and then plus just spending my day introducing a load of pole dancers is a good way to spend a day. Like,
nice, very good. That's good. Well, yeah, we actually had our very first Core Kids camp. So it went really, really well. We actually had to really surprise the numbers that we got. I actually had to close the camp off because we wanted to keep the quality in it. But it was just another way of showcasing what we do, and it's trying to encourage kids to come and get a positive experience of physical activity. Yeah. So there was kids there and the parents are like, oh my god, no, they don't like going to football, or they didn't like going to this, but they loved your camp. And literally because ours designed just to come and have fun, and it's not about being good at any sport or being in any sport or in any I think probably the hardest was actually trying to the guys who were coming looking football. I was trying to actually say to them, but look, it's not all about football. We of course we give them a bit of football as well too, but they actually enjoyed the other stuff to say about is Micky a better footballer. And that was really good. And then I also had the pleasure of with a core workshop that I ran in it was up in Ballymena, up in the college up there. So Ballymena it was close. It was close. But again, it was just great for me to go and share my coaching experience and all my philosophy and what we want our young coaches to do. And this is a group of young students who hopefully then will have. I always try and tell them that you can be that inspiration or that one good adult. That you don't know what any kid's going through in their life, and they could be looking so much forward to coming to your coaching session. And again, that could be a teacher, it could be anybody involved at all that sets up an atmosphere for children to enjoy. That remember that you can be an inspiration to them. So that's kind of my week as well as everything else kind of went well.
Yeah, so we're doing these things as well as everything else that needs to be done. So all the boring stuff that we don't have to talk about because we do fun, exciting things. I think that leads us then into like our our guest for today is Annette Kelly from Little Penny Thoughts, and she thankfully agreed to come on with us, and we talked about her event that's coming up. We talk about how she overcame some of the things that she went through, how she developed Little Penny Thoughts and where it came from, and I really like that story because like it was unexpected. I thought it would have need to listen and hear. So stay tuned and hopefully you enjoy the interview. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 14 of the Coaching Mindset Podcast. I'm Liam O'Neill.
And I'm Gary Wallace. And today we have the lovely Annette Kelly from Little Penny Thoughts on our podcast. There it is over there if you're watching us on YouTube. So Annette, first of all, thanks for coming on board. And would you like to tell our lovely listeners a little bit about yourself?
Yep, well, thanks for having me. My name's Annette Kelly. My Little Penny Thoughts journey started in 2015 with the hope to help others in terms of mindset and holistic well-being. It's been a roller coaster of a journey. So it's, as I say, I'm just taking every day in the stride with it, and I'm very, very grateful for anyone who gets any good out of the page on Instagram or Facebook.
Brilliant. And was there any reason why did it start up, or how did it start up even? Where did it all come about?
Well, initially, I would have always been a big fan of quotes. So what I would have done was maybe put up, a positive quote on my personal Facebook page. And I might have get a wee text from one of my friends being like, "You all right?"
Are you all right, hon?
You all right, hon? Yeah, and I was like, "Oh God, I am okay, yes," but I maybe thought that I got good out of the quote, maybe someone else will.
Yeah.
So I was very confident in sharing the quotes without feeling anyone was judging. Not that my friend was judging, she was just concerned.
Yeah.
Because I would be a deep thinker, quite sensitive, but quite fun-loving as well. So it's they're an interesting mix of emotions I have going on, but I've accepted that that's me, so I can be full of the crack, but I can also go deep as well in terms of conversation, and that's always been me from a young girl. So then I just thought, right, I am posting a lot of quotes on my personal page, so maybe I could post more, but make it less personal, so take away Annette Kelly from it, and maybe create not a blog as such, but I'll get to that in a minute, but not so much. Like, I'm not Beyonce, Sashi Fierce, you hear me? Sasha Fierce. I'm not like that. However, I did want to create a page that wasn't about me, but was about a concept. So, sitting in my sister's one day, and I was like, saying to Orla, my sister, who is the co-founder of Little Penny Thoughts, and she's been with me from day one, and I'll explain why. I was like, I'm going to start a positivity page on Facebook, and I just think, I was like, here we go again, another idea. But no, Orla took me on and says, that's a really good idea. I wasn't doing it for following or likes or anything like that. I was doing it because it's something that I felt compelled to do. And then I was like, what will I call it? And I don't know, and I thought about it, and it was very impulsive. We were sitting in her house one day, and I was like, right, I like that idea for Penny for Your Thoughts. Penny for Your Thoughts. And I said, Penny for Your Thoughts. And Orla had a purse that said a penny for your thoughts, so I kind of gained inspiration from a purse. It's just so random. Very random.
It comes from my
extremely random. And then I was like, a penny for your thoughts. And Orla's like, well, what about Little Penny Thoughts? Then the next day she had a logo for me.
Nice. Well done, Orla. That's
well done, Orla. So Orla like believed in me from the start, even with that small, gentle encouragement. Me and Orla are very different. I'm probably more out there than Orla. She'll not mind me saying that. But she supported my random thought process at the time. Then I think the page started building momentum, but nobody knew who Little Penny Thoughts was, and I thought this was great, you know.
Yeah, you're building your own brand, right? It was good.
People were responding to it, and it just grew. And 5 likes became 50, 50 likes became 500. But for me, it was never about likes. It was about the message and about the reach. So people were sharing the quotes, and they were like, they can relate to them. And I thought, right, this is great. What can I do with this? Yeah. And that's when I got in touch with Orla Kelly from Michaela Foundation. I said, I'm going to put a wee idea out there, and I would like to create a book of quotes for Michaela Foundation. And we'll have a launch day. We'll have in CRAIC club rooms. And
do you want to elaborate on the Michaela Foundation for anyone that doesn't know?
The Michaela Foundation was set up in memory of the late Michaela Micky, and I would be an active volunteer of the Michaela Foundation this past 5 years, verging on 6, and I wanted to create funds for the girls' summer camps.
Yeah.
So myself and Orla got together and we created a book of thoughts. And we had a launch day. Micky supported it, as did Micky Harte and Micky. And they backed me from the start in terms of my vision, and my sister, the graphic designer, was able to put it into reality. And the book was very well received.
Brilliant. And
that's where came the high.
Yeah.
But what was to come after that was a low.
You came, so at the start you had all this, it sounded very, you had this sense where you this people supporting you. Mm-hmm. So first of all, your sister-in-law, which for anybody out there who is maybe going to try something or try a new idea, you know, you can latch on. I'm sure you only thought it was a little thought, but your sister probably seen the passion. Yeah. Little thought. No, your sister probably seen the passion, and she's like, well, you know what? Nobody probably knows you better than your family. And you go, right, I've got you here.
No one shot me down at the start.
Yeah.
So it was at the start, I had full support, and I still have great support.
Yes.
However, I never imagined Little Penny Thoughts to take off in that way, and that's why now I've seen a different light of the pressures of what following can cause.
Yeah.
People are eager to have the more following, the better, the more likes, the better. That's not the case. People with a lot of following can be very lonely, and I can put my hands up and say it can be a lonely place when you put yourself out there. So when you put yourself out there, you have to be open to critique and to be judged, and also to be told things that you don't necessarily think is part and parcel of putting yourself out there in social media. But that's what I've learned. If you put yourself out there, you have to take the rough and the smooth, and it's mainly being smooth.
Yeah.
However, this concept of being followed can make you paranoid.
I think people forget that when you build your social media, all the likes aren't likes from people that actually like you. There are people that want to keep an eye on what you're doing, and then they would look at you and think that you have a different reason than the reason that you're showing for. So you might be showing that you want people to be fully, holistically looked after themselves mentally and physically, whereas there'll be people there keeping an eye on you to see what your agenda is. Why are you really doing this?
What is the purpose of this? What's your intent? You know. Mm-hmm. My intent for Little Penny Thoughts from the start was to promote positivity within yourself. This is why my new mental health campaign has been launched there. It's called Wellness from Within. I believe you can only be well from within, but you do also need a supportive network of people around you that are, that are there for you. Because, you can't do things by yourself, but you have to believe in yourself. But if you surround yourself with the right people that help you pursue your dreams and your passions, you won't go far wrong.
I think it's good too, because a lot of your followers and everybody who's looking at your posts will think, oh, you are so positive and you are. Mm-hmm. But you mentioned there already there was times when it was tough. How did you feel, or how did you deal with that process?
I call it the human experience. So
Nice.
I went from an almighty high from the success of the book and the people wanting the book and responding, to feeling a type of pressure that I needed to be this person. I needed to be all positive, very kind, superhuman.
Yeah.
But that's not reality and that's not life. So I may put out a quote there, I may write the quote, or I might get Bob Marley on board, or Pope John Paul, a real dolly mixture of
That'd be some entertainment there, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
That'd be some dinner party. Bob
Love
Marley
that.
and Pope John Paul.
I love that. And that's what the whole concept Little Penny Thoughts book is about. And I'll go back to how I created the book. But in terms of living by every quote I put up is not realistic. However, I try my best, but we're all human, and I think that's the danger of social media. When you put yourself out there and you paint yourself as this person, I want to be as authentic as possible, and I want to inspire people. I want to ignite courage in people, but I don't want to be seen as someone that has it sorted.
Yeah,
because I certainly don't, and I don't think anybody does.
No, nobody has it.
Apart from you.
Well,
Gary, you deserve it.
Definitely not.
Apart from Gary and
Definitely
Liam.
not.
Apart from
Definitely
you
not.
two, because
And again, this is why we do this podcast
Yes.
as well too. It's to inspire, like obviously the 2 podcasts ago when I shared my story about going through dark times and how you're
Yes.
coming across, and because it's a bit like yourself, like I had that persona of being this bubbly character, and
absolutely.
you're out, you're partying, you're great crack, and I could
Yeah.
even go out and not drink and again have the banter, but there's other side that people don't see.
Well, social media, people, we all do it. We put up our highlights.
Yeah.
Because that's
Best parts of your life. I know nobody's going to take a picture of you lying slumped in your room going,
that's
worst day ever.
And-
I know we shouldn't really be laughing, but it's true. Like it is,
True.
you put all your positive and your best stuff, and you need to get this stage where you feel, I can't wait to share this.
Yeah.
It might actually be something like a challenge if you maybe balance it out and put some
that's what
random core stuff
I've
up.
tried over this past 2 years especially, to strike the balance between putting yourself out there but holding back and keeping memories through your own lens. So like say if you go and see something, you're not reaching for the phone to grab and to tag the location, to tag, because that can become toxic. The way of living, because you're
like
not
that,
living, you're not living through your lens, you're living through your phone, and you're doing it
Sometimes
what
I do
other
both.
people see.
I'll go for my walk,
Yeah.
and then I'll do all my walking in my nature and my chill out and meditate,
Yeah.
and then I'll come back and pick up my phone and rush it. There I go, and then I'll do that later on. But
That's perfectly, and it's each to their own. And that's why I try and lay off the judgment.
Yeah.
If someone's putting themselves out there a lot, they're on their own journey, and let them at it. Because there was a stage there, maybe I was doing that, so I'm not one to be talking.
Yeah.
However, I think the less you look into your phone on a daily basis, the happier you are. Well, that's my opinion, because
agree.
I lost my phone there in Sally's before Christmas.
You just out for some lunch
Yeah.
and you just left it on the table, wasn't it? Isn't that that's what happened?
exactly
Yes,
what
yes.
happened.
We're sticking
Yes.
to that. Okay,
Yes, stick to that story.
Stick
Thank you very
that
much.
story.
December, and I only got my phone again in January, so I was with 2 months without a phone. So if I wanted to connect with people, it was through a big iPad.
Yeah.
It was class
Aye.
because it wasn't socially acceptable to take out a big iPad and start.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And I learned a lot about myself in the 2 months without WhatsApp, for example.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really in any groups. I wasn't really contactable as such instantly. And there was about over 1,000 messages, and would you believe not one of them was a pizza date?
No, no.
Raging?
I seen your post actually, but I'm that no pizza date.
No pizza date, like.
For 1,000
Hashtag
messages.
raging. You know, hashtag got it, but I'm
You
only,
know how
I'm only
many
joking.
pizza dates you're going to be offered?
No, that's it. They like.
I know, that's my intention, yeah.
That's the way you read it.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I'm here.
I didn't want to come in and try and inspire people or tell them what I do. I want a pizza date.
I want a pizza date, yeah. But no, what I'm saying is that it's great, the amount of modes of contact. It's class.
Yeah.
You can chat to people more than ever. But sometimes we live in an instant world where you feel you have to get back to people now.
Yeah.
You know, and Snapchat, Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter. How is that good for you? It's not good for me because I'm trying to learn the balance. So I cut it.
Okay, no. I think that's the worst thing ever invented is that bit that tells you when people have opened your message. So it opened at 12 o'clock and then people are like, it's 2 minutes past 12. Like, what are they doing? What are they like that they haven't responded back to my non-pizza date?
I know. But I think.
How many pizza dates have you been sending out?
I think it is true, and you said it there that everything is a rush. Like, it's not the fact that you look at a message and you go, "Oh, I don't want to get back to them." Literally, you could have picked the message up as you're about to get into the car, or you've literally picked the message up and then your phone rings, but that person's going, "Why did they not text back?" You know, wait. Like,
out, yeah.
Your phone is a leading cause of anxiety,
Yeah.
in my opinion. That's and relating back to anxiety. Anxiety can visit us all.
Yeah.
The human experience, as I call it, this is life. Welcome, because anxiety is something that is in all of us, but it's our resilience and coping skills that help you to overcome certain aspects of your life that are your triggers of anxiety. And
have you mentioned there about anxiety and your triggers and your coping mechanism? Is there anything that you said you got overwhelmed by different things? Is there anything that you kind of did that on a daily basis or whatever, or you noticed that was happening that you did to kind of overcome that?
A big cause of my anxiety personally was people pleasing and trying to just people please and being a yes woman.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Yes. And then realising that you've fuel left in the tank and that's you burnt out and that's you, and you can be very given of your time and you can be jack of all trades, master of none and running around the country, but then you have to realise self-care is the best care.
Yeah. So
self-care, a lack of self-care and a lack of maybe self-love would have led to my deep anxiety, which then triggered my depression.
Yeah, and I know that because falling there too, you have your self-care Saturdays or self-care
Saturdays,
or self-care Sundays,
Motivational Mondays, Treat Yourself Tuesday,
Treat-
Wellness Wednesday, Treat Yourself again Thursday, Feel Good Friday. Every day is a day to practice self-care, and if you're not making time for yourself in the amount of hours you have in a day, you need to re-talk to yourself. I talk to myself every day. I'm like, right, Annette, what are you going to do today that you like to do?
Yeah.
There's things that we have to do every day, which are important, to pay the bills and, live, and you need to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that may cause stress, but to eliminate stress, you can practice self-care. So, for example, I'm a school teacher and I'm presently at the minute, I'm very happy and content in my job because I think I'm looking after myself in the evenings.
Yeah.
Maybe going to the gym or, going to the cinema with a friend. So I'm trying really hard to strike the work-life balance and not running around like an idiot.
Yes. I think a lot of people they get caught up thinking that they're being selfish, looking out for themselves. Like spending an hour on themselves is a selfish thing to do. But the way I would always look at it is if you don't take the time for yourself, eventually, like you said, you'll burn out and eventually you'll not be able to help anyone. So anyone that you're working with, like as a school teacher, if you're getting burnt out to a bunch of kids and then one of them does something a wee bit annoying, but because you're so tired, it just...
Do you know what? I have such energy for the children in my class now, and they're 4, 5 and 6 year olds. they are lights, like they are some crack. They see the world through optimism, like shiny things, role play, and they actually teach me to go back to that kind of state where life isn't too serious. Let's just step back and see the beauty in life again, not in a cheesy way. I'm not here to talk cheese or make people puke. You know, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, get real in it. I am pretty real, and I think when you see life through the eyes of a child, or even do something that you love to do as a child, like find a tree hut.
It's like it's the same with my biggest passion is obviously coaching kids too, and
yeah.
Or like the whole thing for our core kids program is that, and I would tell any coaches that are coming on board with us, my best games or my best activities I've learned from the kids by actually asking them. You know, I might do a game and turn around and say, how would you make this different? And they might turn around and go, oh, well, instead of there being fishermen, these are sea lions, and you have to try and catch them. I'm going, okay, don't stop there, keep going. What is it? And I've actually come up with some really good ideas, because what you see, even when you, not being stereotypical, but I have seen it before, and certain coaches will turn around and go, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that.
Because you're seeing it from your perspective.
Yeah.
And yeah, absolutely.
And then what that does as well too, that child then may have some fantastic ideas, but then they get that sense of fear that, oh no, I can't say that again.
I would call that, if you don't let a child unleash their imagination, you're crushing their creativity. And personally, in today's society, I feel that there are creativity crushers all around us, and you have to step up and be like, no, do you know what, I'm gonna go with this, and that's where self-belief comes from.
Definitely, that's good. And then so far you've had the book, and you've done the Michaela Foundation, and now you're moving on, and you're launching this your big events coming up too soon as well.
So on Sunday, I'm having my first ever event in terms of Little Penny Thoughts. So it's in the Curtin House, and I just have a range of speakers all across Ireland, and these speakers are people who have inspired me through areas of fitness, nutrition and mindset, and I'm really looking forward to the day, and I hope the people that are coming to the event that get as much out of it as possible in terms of knowledge is power.
Yeah.
You know,
and why what was the inspiration? Why set this event up?
Well, I just felt I love. So we did the book and the calendar as well. We released that at Christmas time, and that went down really well. And I thought, right, this is fantastic. Maybe I would like to do more outreach. So that's why an event was something that I thought that I could achieve, and haven't achieved it yet, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to the day. It'll be a day where I can maybe, it's a day where I can really celebrate what Little Penny Thoughts is all about, and that's igniting a spark of positivity in other people through knowledge, through talking. Let's talk mindset. Let's talk nutrition. Let's talk fitness. I think it's important to talk, and it's basically like a wee chat show. That's my aim.
And you said as well too, it's just not.
Can I be Ellen though? I want to be Ellen.
You want to be Ellen? Yeah, you can be everyone.
She's gold.
It's your show. You can do whatever.
You as you mentioned before we did the podcast just about obviously it's just not for females, that a lot of males, and it's probably something that I until I started to open up and even talk to ones that males they don't express themselves, they don't express how they're feeling. And in today's society, all right, maybe people, you can't do that, you're a big hard man.
Or a term that I cannot abide is man up.
Man up.
What does that even mean? Yeah. How can you man up? We are human.
So you would encourage as well to even if it was men and stuff, go to the event, follow your page.
Definitely. There's lots of men speaking at the event, and that's why it's a dolly mixture. It's just like the book. I asked over 300 people for their favourite quote. They went to their date of birth, in terms of collating the book. Mm-hmm. So the book of thoughts is actually not even they're not my thoughts. Penny isn't even a person. Yeah. Penny's just a brand, Little Penny Thoughts, but I'm not Penny, and I wouldn't want to be Penny. I wouldn't want to be Penny, you know what I mean? But the likes of, in relation back to the book, lots of men contributed two quotes to the book, and men are as deep thinkers as women.
Yeah.
However, women can sometimes express their emotions outwardly, where men can sometimes bottle it because it's not this bravado that they have to be tough and be the man. But, you know, you're only the man if you step up and say, look, maybe things aren't going so well, and reach out to the right avenues. And personally, I'm glad that I reached out, because I wouldn't be as well as I am today. Touch wood.
And you want to touch just a wee bit on, you obviously said you were anxiety and depression came along. What was the process, or what steps did you take?
Well, a lot of denial. Me?
Yeah.
No. I've a great family. I have great friends. I've a job. You know, this isn't happening type of thing. Total denial, because I'm happy. I'm Annette Kelly. I'm bubbly. You know, love to party. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when I was going through this, I wasn't accepting that this is what it was. So total denial until you could no longer deny, till it just was overwhelming. And I suppose with the excellent support of my family and my friends, they made me, at the time I didn't realise my worth. You know, I felt worthless, and they were the people that could say, looking at, you know, you need to get yourself, you know, you need to really, really dig deep here and know what you deserve. So my first protocol was to go visit my GP, and it wasn't a nice experience. It's not nice being diagnosed with something that you don't believe that you have, but you need to be told. You need to listen to professionals and be told. And I still was in denial, you know, until I realised, you know what, my family's right. And sometimes when you've hit that point in depression, you don't have clarity, you don't have mental clarity, and you need people to step in, the right people to be able to guide you. And I'm glad that my GP did. And then I was referred to CBT, which, for any of you who have never heard of it, is cognitive behaviour therapy. And not all heroes wear capes, but my CBT therapist, she will always wear a cape in my eyes, because she taught me practical skills that I can utilise daily in order to keep them feelings of anxiety that led to depression to the side. Now, I acknowledge it. I still acknowledge it. I still acknowledge that, you know, in terms of anxiety, I have actually put a name on my anxiety, and if she ever comes knocking, I say, not today, you know. And also in terms of depression, you know, the black dog, is Winston Churchill called it, you know, this depression's black dog. Now, the black dog's outside, it's a puppy. And I acknowledge the puppy. And you're thinking, what is she talking about? But I acknowledge the puppy, but it's not going to get in, because when it gets inside, it's ferocious. And the black dog, you know, it's just, anyone who's experienced depression will know, when the black dog, if you let the black dog in and you feed it through lying in your bed, and just having a lot of self-hate and no motivation, you just know that it's a very, very hard rut to get out of, unless you know your worth.
Acknowledging it is, I think, is key. A lot of people try to ignore it, and then, like you're saying, like that puppy then can come in the wee dog flap, and then it can grow and get older and older.
The puppy's outside.
Actually, you're acknowledging
you're cute,
that. Yeah.
You're cute, but you stay out. You know what I mean? Out of this house. But, you know, as I say, when the black dog comes in and visits, it's ferocious. But thankfully, because of CBT, through cognitive behaviour therapy, I have learned practical skills in order to keep the emotions at bay, and to know my triggers, and just to become stable and, you know, sensible, you know, level, balance. You know, I try, you know, it's something that you work on every day, and, you know, I never claim, recovered or, you know, healed. It's not about that. As I say, the human experience, I believe that we all can suffer elements of it. Some people have better resilience and coping skills than others. And I get my coping skills through self-care.
Yeah. because my metaphor kind of was going for it, and Liam rightly said too, is about acknowledging it. I always said that mine's is like a really bad sports injury.
Yeah.
So at the start, like if I broke my leg, you know, that was the worst. You couldn't do nothing. You were immobile, or you broke your back, but it never really goes away. It's always there. But you know, through the likes of caring for it, keeping yourself mobile, going that it's always there, and identifying, or you know, being aware. Okay, it's there. Can I move along with it? Because you rightly said as well too. You're never healed. It's there. It's awareness. It's awareness, and I'm trying to build awareness for people to say it's okay.
And also, it's made me more a compassionate person, because now I look at the happy, smiley, bubbly people, and I don't look at them and think, oh, they're so happy, they're so lucky, because nobody knows what anyone goes through.
Yeah.
And also, I want to actually make a plea to someone that is listening at the minute that may be feeling like this, that they're hearing these words and think, oh, I can relate to that. If you can relate to it, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't feel guilty. Don't think, oh, I shouldn't have this, and people have real problems. No, if this is taking over your life, it is a real problem. So acknowledge it, but know your worth to get help. And the third point I'd make is just believe in yourself that things will get better. However, you have to dig deep and know your worth, and to get out. You know, to see the light. You have to dig deep.
I think that's the big thing that a lot of people, you always finish it off, that you do have to work hard on it, because people will turn around to you straight away and go, oh, don't worry, you're going to get through this, you're going to get through this. But those are probably the words that you cannot take in at that moment, because first of all, there's no space in your mind. I cannot see anywhere where this is going. That, you know, it is that. It's like, look, you will get there, but you're going to have to work hard on it. You know, take the first step. Do that first step. Just
small incremental steps. And also the unfortunate thing about depression, deep-seated depression, is that no one can do it for you. There are avenues that, you know, say if you are in a dark hole, you can see hands and people wanting to pull you up, but unless you reach out too, you have to, it all comes from within, wellness from within. You have to dig deep from within and say, right, I have to do this for me, and allow people to help you, but ultimately you are responsible. And that's the scary part, when you don't feel as if you have the energy to be responsible or the care.
I think listening to things like this too, and the way you've both been through it, can help people as well, because they understand it, because they're in a position where they're not getting anywhere, but you were there, and you have got through that. So if you can do it, they can do it.
Absolutely. And you know what? I get great comfort in knowing that you're not alone in this sensation. Yeah. And this is why this is what Little Penny Thoughts about blast and stigma. We're all human. You know, there is nothing to be ashamed of having suffering depression currently, or having depression, or if you have depression in the future. It's a very, very real, dangerous illness. It's a sickness. However, don't let the label define you, because yes, a part of my journey, I did suffer from depression. However, that's not going to define me. I'm going to move forward and use what I've been through to make me never go back there, basically, ever.
Yeah. Good. No, that's good. And then, so moving forward, what's in the pipeline moving forward, or where do you see Little Penny Thoughts going? Because so far it seems fantastic what you're doing, and I believe probably you could go as far as you want. So, do you have any ambitions, or where you think you want to take it?
I want to study more. Like, I believe in cognitive behaviour therapy, so I want to be a cognitive behaviour therapist, because I feel as if I have the skills to do that. I feel as if it was 2 years since I went through the process, so I think I'm ready next year maybe to get my qualifications and hopefully help other people on a one-to-one basis, and be qualified and certified and making a difference in a manageable way. Within reason.
That's good. I think as well too. Well, we need to come to the end of our little podcast. So we are. But before we do, where's the best place for people to get in touch with you going forward here?
Yes. Well, we have our website. www.
All the W's. I always wanted to say that.
All the W's. littlepennythoughts.com. Also on Facebook. We're on Instagram. I'm on Snapchat. And I know we went deep here today, but usually I don't. Usually I just kind of show a side to my life that is, fun, loving and happy, because I think that's important too. And conversations like this have their place. Especially to reach out to those that that maybe feeling low, or people that are in recovery and thinking, yes, I get it, and creating awareness to those that have never experienced it, because 3 years ago, if we were having this conversation, I wouldn't be able to give any input. I would say, I wouldn't understand, but I think that knowledge is power.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then your event, it's
Yes.
on next Sunday.
Yeah.
Is there still tickets available?
Still tickets available, and everybody's more than welcome.
Good. And where is the best place to sign up for that? Or where
Sign
do you
up
buy
for that
tickets?
is through our website, and if you click on the events section, you can book your place.
Brilliant. And that's Carton House this Sunday?
Carton House, the 4th of March, and that's our first wellbeing event, wellness from within, and spreading the good vibes.
Irish Ellen will be on.
Irish
Ellen would be class. Like
Irish Ellen.
she's woman goals.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I know you should be no one but yourself, but like who would be if you were to be like someone famous? Who would you be?
Me, first of all?
Yeah.
I don't know, Captain America maybe? Like, or
That's pretty cool.
I was a big thing for two. First of all, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I was going to say Hugh Jackman.
Oh,
Hugh Jackman.
Did you see The Greatest Showman?
I haven't seen it yet because,
What?
like, at the end of the day, this man,
Did you?
he can sing,
Yeah.
he can sing, he can dance,
And
then
he's
he's
a
also
PE
music.
teacher as well. So
There you go.
he started off teaching PE and stuff. So.
Yeah. And then my all-time sports hero is Roger Federer. What a guy! He can. He's just a champion of mine. He's like, so that would be mine up
So
there.
is it really bad for me to say, oh, what sport is this?
The tennis.
I was only joking. Obviously, tennis. He's got a good backhand.
That's a great question. I say, what would yours be then, Liam?
I started my whole adventure trying to be Jackie Chan, so I think I'd still go there. I want to be Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan, do it, be it.
Yeah.
Irish Jackie
Be
Chan.
Liam style Jackie Chan.
Liam Chan.
Liam Chan.
Liam Chan.
No, I
Annette
was
DeGeneres.
Yes. And
Gary Federer.
Gary Federer. Yeah.
That actually
I
works.
like Gary Jackman.
Gary Jackman.
You've got the abs for it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
could
that's
show
like-
the...
On the arms.
I want the things.
Hugh
So I like
started flexing.
I'm breathing in. We're on live. I'm breathing in here.
I can't believe you haven't seen The Greatest Showman. Like,
I know.
like,
I need to see
in
that.
terms for your mental health and for the feel good factor, that is a show and a half.
Liam, would you
We've got-
do it?
Yeah.
I went to the pizza date.
That's it.
This is the whole point of this whole show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here, boys, thanks for having me, and I really appreciate people that support me and what I'm about. So even giving me a platform here is great.
Okay, that's good. I think the funny thing too, we want to ask you, well, first of all, who would you recommend then? Again, we want to inspire people. It's any topic. Who would you maybe recommend you come on, or who would be somebody our listeners would like
You
to
don't even have to
hear from?
know them. It could be someone ridiculous.
It's probably one of the most inspiring men I'm blessed to know, and his name's Micky Harte. In terms of motivational mindset and real strength from within, he's your man. So
It might give a good
So
one to
if
get
we
on.
know someone that knows Micky
Yeah.
Harte, they could put us in touch
Yeah.
with Micky Harte. If we could find someone that knows
Maybe speaking at an event or something that he does.
yeah.
But again, I think somebody like Micky would be brilliant because we want to reach out to as many people as we can and discuss topics that are going to help and inspire people. Then our final question, I'm going to leave that to Liam because this is the one Liam
I have
likes.
two questions.
Two
final questions.
Two final questions.
The question I do like is, what book have you most gifted? Like, what book have you given out? Or have you been given? What book would be...
I read a lot as of recent. There is one book by Dale Carnegie. So it's not the title could put you off, but it's just, once again, don't judge a book by its cover. And it was actually recommended to me by Oren Donnelly, which was Michelle's new husband.
Michelle's new husband, yes.
You know, Michelle's bae. So
3 podcasts ago.
Yeah,
Michelle from who currently is in Paris, from following her on Instagram,
from Paris. So Oren recommended this book. He'd be a bit of a bookworm like myself / nerd. You're not a nerd, Oren, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But,
I think we're all nerds.
I think we're all nerds. We're all big into our
inner nerd. But fantastic book. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah.
But it's nothing about winning friends and influence people. It's actually being your true authentic self. So I love that. So I highly recommend that book by Dale Carnegie.
And my last question.
Last question?
My last question would be, what is your favourite quote?
Oh,
wow.
That is a stomach punch. There are so many. But my favourite quote is, pressure is for tires.
Yeah, nice.
So pressure's not for people. Pressure, I know you need an element of pressure in your life to get things done. However, overwhelming pressure makes you unproductive. So pressure's for tires, not for people. Don't put pressure on yourself. Don't put pressure on others, and just do your best.
I think that's a good. What's mine?
What's yours?
You had about 30 seconds to work that out.
I was like, is he going to ask me? I'm trying to think of that one then. Yeah. Now, don't count the days, make the days count.
Muhammad Ali. That's
That
features in the book too.
Yeah. I think there's a few that was kind of running through my head. My one mantra at the minute is keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward. And
Juilliard.
don't look back.
Gary Wallace.
Yeah. Don't look back. You're not going that way.
Yeah. Good.
So what's your favourite quote?
Limitation is a mirage.
Oh,
wow.
sounds very interesting. Very
See,
familiar.
do you know what? This is why I love quotes.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own perception of a quote, and you can take what you want with it, and that's the way words are like that. You can,
I'm gonna put that out there that the reason that you like that, because that's the title of your new book that is coming out.
Wow.
And actually, tell us why it's called that. I only found this out the other day, but go ahead, Liam.
Because limitation is a mirage, spells Liam.
Right. Wow.
The penny's dropped.
The penny. Oh wow, the penny's dropped.
That's very good.
If you haven't watched this on YouTube, just watch it for next reaction. Just that. Yes. I like chopped it down. Chopped it down.
Whenever I did the TED Talk, I talked about limitation being a mirage, and everyone was real engaged in what I was saying. And then I said how amazing my mum was that she came up with a name that was based on my talk 30 years before my talk happened. And the whole audience went, I get it.
A trendsetter.
Well done.
Yeah, your mummy was with it before
Sure.
anybody else.
Yeah, it was
for all of us. On a closing note, also have 2 favourite quotes. That's one. But in terms of surround yourself with good people, my favourite quote is, your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yes, I like it.
Nice.
Like it?
We do.
Yeah.
We do like it.
Hashtag cheese and toast. Very true.
I think you're very subtle about this pizza. You talk about cheese a lot.
I love cheese.
Cheese.
I love cheese. Cheese doesn't, as Granny says, in terms of certain food, it doesn't like me. So I like cheese, but cheese doesn't like me or my gut. But sure, it's all about balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. And then what was your second quote? That was your
second
second one.
one.
I thought you were going to go.
We could go here all day.
I thought you said 2 more. My bad.
Yeah.
No, but well, I'll tell you what. We can find all your favorite quotes on your little book as well.
Yes, that's
so.
right. And they're sold out at the minute, but we hope within the next few months will be a new release date, because they seem to be going down well with people, and I'm very appreciative of people supporting a local business like myself.
No, I think that's excellent, and it gets to that point too. We do this long-winded close, but you are a businesswoman, but your main goal is to inspire people, and you for selling out your books, it just shows you that you have that overall goal that you want to inspire.
I'm very passionate about what I do, and
brilliant.
Passion pays.
Yeah.
In terms of for your own mindset and for your own mental health. If you're doing something passionate and purposeful that you really care about, then life becomes that wee bit easier, because you're working at what you want to do. So I'm still teaching at the minute. I love my teaching because that's what I'm qualified in. But my new avenue, my new journey is in the mental health sector.
Brilliant. Well, yes. Well, thank you for coming on our
Thank you very
podcast.
much. Yes.
It was brilliant. It was great insight. So I will leave it now and say thank you. So
Thank you very much.
You have to say all your jazz at the end.
I have to
We'll
say
do
with
like
jazz.
a high five.
Yeah.
Like our
Yeah, woo!
high 10.
High
High 10. That's like high 10.
Yeah. So this will be released now Thursday. We release our podcast every Thursday at 6:00.